Yeah, you can only survive for so long. So I've been studying the San Diego market a lot. I was doing an analysis on what I determined to be distressed deals in the market. So I actually pulled every loan made on multifamily properties in San Diego from 2020 to 2022, and I looked at literally every single one, underwrote every single one. And there's maybe 50 deals out there that are a little bit over levered, but actually I think San Diego's doing pretty well.
But that's because, again, the market is so strong. And our market still appreciates, even though we've had some lag in rents. Bro, I'm seeing stuff out there trading sometimes and still in the high twos still.
Yeah, usually, so that's one of my perspectives on why the cap rate in San Diego hasn't gone up as much as maybe you would think, is that most of the deal, nobody's buying a stabilized deal at a 5 cap when debt is at 6 because you're in negative leverage territory, right? You're basically at a 0 yield on a lot of these. And so I think that those value adds that are going for below market cap rates because of the upside have helped keep the market cap artificially low.
Interesting. Well, I hope if debt continues to decline, that the ARVs go up, that we continue to be essentially sheltered from the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of money out there, dude.
Hey, hope is not a strategy though, John.
I hear you. That's why I need to be talking to guys like you, man. Educate me. I need it. All right, so let's move into number 4. Changes I anticipate in the future, where the puck is going. Yeah, man, I'm really enjoying this. There are things I need to get better at. The financial capital markets. You know, I don't aspire to be a fund manager. Again, I am an operator. I really like sourcing deals, putting deals together, finding people to network with and grow with and JV with. That's my jam. The finances are obviously a really, really big piece. So this is something that is really helpful and I appreciate it. So let's talk about, what was the question? Oh, the changes following the puck, or going where the puck's gonna be.
Yeah, so this is a 2-minute summary of why private lending exists, right? So prior to the great financial crisis, even if you go back to the savings and loan, banks used to be able to do much more aggressive deals on prospective values, on projections, on all these other things. Over the years, that's continued to get scaled back, right? So, you know, you had a bunch of mortgage regulations come in. Pre-financial crisis, post-financial crisis, it's harder to get a sketchy personal mortgage, right?
Yep.
So the same thing happens in commercial lending. And
Same thing happened at the airport with TSA, bro.
yeah, and it continues to get worse. So, you know, part of the reason why this whole industry has exploded is because banks can't service the space in the way that they used to because the regulators will not allow them to do so because they've been burned in the past. So skating where the puck is going, I think it's going to continue to be harder and harder and harder to get a bank loan. And the bankers that I'm talking to right now that are still in the space, they're talking about conversations with their regulators where, you know, if you get a bank loan, usually they want to do a global cash flow. They want to make sure that you're cash flow positive, right? But it's getting to the point where the regulators want you to take the entire schedule of real estate for some of these people that are worth 10, 20, 50, $100 million, put in the rate change date on every single one of their loans, what you think the rate impact will be, and then re-underwrite that global cash flow. So not only is that going to make less people qualify for loans, it's also going to take a lot longer.
And they also want not only all your deposits, they want a relationship as well.
Well, we work with banks that don't, so call me on that. But
Reach out to Dylan, guys. He's got connections.
So-
He knows the game.
yeah, so I think that's going to continue to be a headwind, and you know, there's solutions out there. So first it was like the banks can't do a fix and flip loan anymore. Okay, private lenders do that. Banks can't do a multifamily value add loan. Okay, now private lenders do that. And private lenders are now doing stabilized multifamily and commercial loans, where it's asset focused. It's you know, some borrower component credit, some other things, but they're not doing a global underwrite. So there's private lenders out there that have interest rates comparable to bank interest rates that don't do a global borrower underwrite.
Yeah, and guys, another thing I learned too, this is so interesting, Dylan, is there's so many different types of lenders, literally almost for every situation. Now, there are certain criteria that you need, but I mean, there are lenders that will get pretty in the weeds.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you guys have an appetite for a certain type of borrower, right? You guys sourcing that borrower, building that relationship is your job. And then there are borrowers that, hey, should I use you guys or should I use someone else? What are the pros and cons of that? And then, hey, like, can I step up and get this or that? And then what's going to come with that? The other thing I look at as a borrower is it worth it for me to shave half a point on the front and let's say even 3 or 4% on a 6-month note to jump through all of these hoops, dude.
And low level of certainty as well.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. And then it's like, yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it. Oh, no, we can't do it. Sorry for the 6 weeks I just wasted of your time.
Yeah, the boogeyman said no at the end of the day.
Exactly. It's like, dude, where is this underwriter, bro? Where does this guy live? Just kidding, bro. All right, so you anticipate that it's going to get even more difficult and they're going to tighten restrictions as time goes on in the banking world.
I just think that banks, especially in real estate, are going to continue to be less and less the overall market because of that. And then overall, banking used to be a really important service where you didn't have a safe place to put your money. Now there's so many different alternatives to that I think, 20, 30, 50 years from now, I don't know if we will have banks in the same way that we recognize them today.
Dude, I didn't even understand how banking worked till I was like in my mid-20s. I was just like, I still don't know everything about it, but till I was probably in my mid-20s, I was just like, oh, cool, you just put your money in the bank. It's safe there. I had no idea that they literally take your deposits and the government essentially allows them to duplicate that. What is it, times 10?
Yeah, kind of.
Whatever the number is.
Kind
they
of.
lever your money, okay? And then they lend it back to you and charge you interest on your own money. And they go out and lend it on other stuff. They lend it all over the place and make tremendous amounts of returns with your money.
Yeah.
It took a really long time in my life. I'm not embarrassed to admit it, till I understood that, which is why now I understand more so why family offices, funds have to deploy capital because it is depreciating the dollar. And so when I hear people that don't invest, I'm going to put it in the bank, or I got, this much money in cash, I'm like, great, you should have some cash, that's fantastic. But your money's losing value and you need to take the time, really, as humbly as possible, understand what that means, sir, man. Because I didn't, and I just thought that, and then you just go about your whole life, and these guys keep making a crap ton of money off your money, and you just, go to work, put your money in the bank.
Set it, forget it.
Set it, forget it.